Hi, this is Arlene from Adelante with Arlene. So many times I have found myself seeking God for an answer on something in my life. I have come to that place where I seek God for an answer for the last, 18 years since I became a Christian. Why I say that is because I've learned through His Word, through the Bible and the Scriptures, that God's ways are the best ways. And while God made us with free will and choice, I have learned about myself a little bit more as we get older, and about certain behavior patterns that we may personally have, that sometimes it's wiser for me not to step out and first seek Him for guidance, for an answer, an inner revelation that I would need so that I could either go forward or not in whatever aspect of my life that might be. And so many times we seek an answer from God and we want an answer immediately. And we many times discover that it won't always be that way. And I discovered that when we get impatient, we then try to manipulate, expedite, accept, act out on whatever it is that we want answered at that time. And shortly, through the impatience, we lack and show the lack of trust in God and His timing as being best for us. And now we find ourselves in heartache, disappointment, confusion. Doubt surely begins to set in. And it's usually led by the fear that we have that God might not have heard us, that He has forgotten us. This is when I have remembered that letting go and letting God means just that. And that the partial obedience is still disobedience. Taking a detour will always bring us back to where we started. Till we learn. Till we grow through it. We grow through it. It will never be really moving forward. So as hard as it seems and as hard as it's been in my life as well, I have discovered that the best thing to do is be still and know that He is God, and that He doesn't need our help in bringing to pass that in which He has already predestined for us. He just asks for our cooperation. I share this with you because in 2008, I remember clearly that I was seeking God for something particular in my life that was of great importance. And I chose to take matters upon my own hands and expedite, manipulate, and try to obtain that in which I was asking God for on my own timing, not His timing. Now we are going on 2012, and I can tell you that I have paid the consequences of making that decision that particular day. Coming back from that has not been easy for me. I never stepped away from the Lord. I never stopped loving Him, praising Him, seeking Him. But I stopped trusting Him in particular parts of my life. And there's a song that I love that I heard a long time ago in church that said, if He is not Lord of all, that is that Lord of all in my life, in our lives, then He is not Lord at all. And I'm not proud to say that I took my will back in this particular area of my life. I'm telling you that it has been a long, hard, painful road back to that place of trust again. That when we don't trust God with His timing, we are then putting the Lord on the same level of us as humans, as man, as woman. And God is way beyond that. In the Bible, there's a series of real truth that goes on in the Old Testament where you hear of God's people being impatient and not waiting upon God for an answer. And you see the consequences of each and every one of those decisions that they made impulsively. in their lives by not waiting on God. You also see God's mercy. You also see God's love. You also see God's restoration power. The consequences, they're there. That's not God's doing. That's our doing. So I say to you, partial obedience, which says, hey God, I know you got this, but this part of my life, I'm going to take care of it, is still disobedience to the Lord. And the best thing to do, I tell you this now that I'm in my late 40s, is trust the Lord and let Him be Lord of all your life. Because if not, then He is really not being Lord at all. Or you're not allowing it, rather. And spare yourself the hurt and the pain and the disappointment and the fragments of your heart that only God now can heal. Trust Him. Wait on Him. Cooperate with Him. Wait, expecting the best from Him, with a heart of praise, with a heart of thanksgiving. Present your requests before the Lord, and the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Until next time, this is Arlene from Adelante with Arlene.